complex on Hudson Street. Now, fortunately, there were not any injuries Friday night or Saturday night when residents reported the gunshots pierced several vehicles and apartment buildings. And as of late last night, they had not identified a suspect. Electric rates going up in Miami, Oklahoma. A consultant is recommending an increase of 12% across the board starting this month, plus a 5% increase next July and then in July of 2027. Meanwhile, another reminder that the Missouri Public Service Commission is hosting a public hearing Thursday, 6 p.m. at Missouri Southern's Criminal Justice Auditorium regarding Liberty Utilities customer service and billing practice complaints. Make sure you get out and make your voice heard. Your news is a service of Galena Liberty Pawn. Sell your unwanted gold and silver direct to the refiner for top dollar. They also sell gold and silver bullion. Galena Liberty Pawn, 708 South Main, Galena, Kansas. When you see news, call or text our tip line at 417-782-1310. For News Talk KZRG, I'm Ty Albright on KIX 102.5.
We'll see sunshine today with highs in the mid-80s. Partly cloudy skies tonight with a low near 65. Sunshine mid-80s for Wednesday. A chance of rain and storms on Thursday with highs in the low 80s.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar is not showing anything over the 4 states.
57 in Tipton Ford, 55 in Pittsburgh, 57 in Joplin. To sign up for severe weather alerts, download the Zimmer Storm Center app.
Time now for the KIX Kids Pledge, being brought to you by Josh Meeker at Country Financial. And today we're featuring Nevaeh from Joplin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job, Nevaeh. And if you'd like your kids to be on the KIX Kids Pledge, you can get them signed up by going to KIX1025.com. There's a button there on the main page that'll tell you how to upload your audio.
We're just 17 minutes away for your chance to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union secret sound.
Here's Ella Langley
On the 4 states, number 1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Oh.
Morning, everybody. I guess. Hold on, guys. Password, sorry. It's Tuesday, which means technical difficulty Tuesday for KIX. I'm going to look in passwords autofill. And TikTok is our number 1 offender of such things. No, it's lowercase, not uppercase, according to this. The first time we tried to enter it, TikTok said maximum number of attempts reached. Nope, that's not it either. Let's see what the password is. Oh, this says We may not have TikTok today. Oh, we've got TikTok.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, and it's saying that it's working, even though it just popped up a message saying that it was talk.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's working. Morning, Megan. Thank you. Morning, Dorinda. Christy, good morning. Daniel, good morning. There we go.
Went up to $5,000 diamond.
Yeah. There's no X? Morning, Melissa.
Like pulling teeth.
Morning, Danette. Happy Tuesday. How's everyone doing today? Morning, Chad. Hey, don't forget, this Saturday is KIX Lunch Day. 1:30 at Bricktown. This Saturday. It's going to be awesome. It's kind of quiet.
What is?
In the chat this morning. We're getting things fixed. All right, we got 15 seconds.
You got 15 seconds.
10.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Gorgeous today with sunshine in mid-80s. It is 57 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in about 15 minutes.
And we are just 10 minutes away from your chance to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union secret sound.
All you have to do to win all the cash is be caller number 5 at 720 and tell us what the sound is.
Here's Lady A.
On KIX 102.5. Jumped off my head.
Oh.
I don't blame you. I really don't. I wouldn't want to be up there.
They're saying the sound
Is really quiet. Where?
Melissa says she's got her sound all the way up, can barely hear you. Daniel says the sound is really quiet. He's on Facebook. She's on YouTube. Morning, Tiffany. I had to turn on my big speaker. Mic volumes are turned way down. All right, we're on it. Randy is on Mr. Fix-It mode. Oh, the feed it crap? What are you talking about, Tiffany? Sounds fine through there? Uh-oh. Okay. It's lagging just a hair over here on Twitch. Twitch is still better than the other ones, though. It's more, like, on time than any of the other platforms we've got. We actually already took Twisted Takes today, Megan. Aren't you proud? Thank you for the reminder. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Okay, that's
6.
good. Okay, Jen.
Is that better? Did he fix it? What do we think? Do we like it? Can you hear us? I don't know. No one's saying anything now. Maybe they can't hear me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, thank you. Thank you. Dorinda says not on her end. The sound's not any better. Chat says little better.
I can turn it up, but guys, if it starts distorting.
Daniel says yes, but it's not like normal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so we need to listen over here. Let me turn this on. Where's sound? Don't send it over the air. Okay. Come on, restream.
You're live, aren't we? On TikTok?
I mean, I don't know about TikTok. Keep talking.
Okay, I'm still talking. I had so much fun with you guys on Sunday, Megan and Dorinda. That picture was so fun to paint. It was beautiful, all tropical. It's a summertime picture. The monster trucks were a blast too. I just heard you really well that time. You heard me? Okay, so this is good. It was good what it was. You were doing Jello shots when you guys were doing your painting party. How many of y'all did monster trucks? I've seen a lot of pictures on Facebook.
Way off mic. I mean, you're right there.
I'm right here. Oh, they're saying whatever we were doing that was better. It was great now. Okay, morning, Jimmy. Congratulations again to Jimmy. She was our big Secret Sound winner yesterday. Went over $500. Well, that sounds good. So she's going to be buying all of us lunch on Saturday, I'm sure, for the KIX fam lunch for Bricktown Brewery. We're all going to be there at 1:30 this
And then when I
Saturday.
get over here and talk like this, it's going to sound distorted, I'm afraid. Actually, it doesn't sound too bad.
No, not that bad.
Actually, it doesn't sound too bad.
Not that bad. Thank you, Tiffany. Yeah, it's not just you, Jimmy.
Yeah, that should. I turned it up to. I mean, we're like peaking over here on the focus right now. So I don't know why.
Well, he also wasn't even. He was off mic when he was doing that. I don't think I've done Jello shots since college. Megan says it sounds much better. Jimmy says it's still low. Morning, Riley. What are you listening on, Jimmy? Oh, she's on YouTube. I had to turn my volume all the way up in my truck earlier. To the live or to us on air, Daniel?
Here's what we sound like on YouTube right now. That sounds fine.
That sounds fine.
You do realize there's a little volume slider down there? Today is
All right,
Tuesday,
hold on.
guys, so we know what happens on Tuesday. Technical difficulties. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Your chance to get someone the Great Plains Federal Credit Union secret sound right after Travis Denning.
On KIX 102.5. It's just what happens on Tuesdays. We always have issues on Tuesdays.
Okay, Daniel says it sounds great now.
It should.
It should.
We're peaking. We're louder, guys, right now, according to OBS and according to also YouTube and all the other feeds. We're louder than we ever are. We should be crunchy.
Yeah, Melissa says it's perfect now. Jimmy says it's better. What is the rah-rah? If you're new here, welcome to Technical Problem Tuesday. Every Tuesday. I don't know what it is about Tuesdays, but... And it was funny because when Randy first told me about this, I was like, there's no way that just every Tuesday there just happens to be issues. And it's been 3 years now. Wouldn't you know? And every Tuesday we still happen to have issues. I don't know what it is. It's a second Monday. Yeah, basically. Now you can't hear again? I know he turned it down a little bit. Can nobody hear anymore? Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay? Or is it too quiet now again? You can hear me fine?
TikTok would not let us log on this morning. And I mean, as far as technical difficulties go, these have been minor, but it's just not uncommon.
Yeah.
But TikTok would not let us sign in today when I went to, and it never asked us to log in. But when I went to go live on it, it said, can't go live. Check your network connections, which we know the internet's working fine on this computer. Just TikTok being stupid. So I went to restart the program, and for the first time ever, it asked me to sign in. Never asked for that. And then when I signed in, it said, maximum number of attempts reached. Try again later.
1 was the attempt, by the way.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Now don't touch anything.
Touch.
All right, seek us down. Here we go.
Yeah, let's see how it is with us on air. I'm afraid when we get on air, it's going to be too loud. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 720.
We'll see sunshine today with highs in the mid-80s. It's 57 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in just 5 minutes.
But right now, let's see if we can give away some cash for the Great Plains Federal Credit Union secret sound.
All you have to do to win the cash, just like Jimmy from Frontenac did yesterday, is be calling number 5 at 623-1025.
And tell us, what is this sound?
Okay, that's a brand new sound.
Wow.
Which we previewed yesterday for the first time at 7:50 yesterday morning.
Are we going to play it one more time? I mean, it is brand new.
Well, yeah, but we previewed it yesterday.
But that was yesterday. There's been a whole
just give
sleep
them the
since
cash, Jen? You just want to just throw it out
Just
there in
one
the
more
parking lot? Okay, one more time. What is that?
Call it number 5, 623-1025.
You can tell us and win all the cash.
From the 4 states, #1 for cash.
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Call it number 1. Keep trying.
Hi, Morning KIX.
Call it number 2. Keep trying.
Hi, Morning KIX.
Caller 3. Keep trying.
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Caller number 4. Hurry up and go right back.
Hi, Morning KIX. Who is this? Christine. Bye-bye. Christine from Carl Junction.
You are caller number 5.
Woo-hoo!
Hi.
All right, Christine, it's your chance to win the cash with the Great Plains Federal Credit Union secret sound.
If you can tell us, what is this sound?
She says scratching a record.
For $102.50. That is not it.
But we're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, making it $127.50.
And give you another chance to guess the win tomorrow morning at 7:20.
All right.
Thanks, Christine.
What was it?
I don't know. I could hardly hear her. It sounded like, I don't know. I was really just thrown off for some reason.
Well, I don't think I said the right.
Is she wooing with me?
Yeah. It just.
Morning, Lisa Hinkle. How you doing? Thank you.
Is there a wrinkle in your hinkle?
Wrinkle in your hinkle. Feel like I haven't seen you in so long. How you been?
What? Hey.
I don't know.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, Jimmy's sound that she won was opening a ladder. Daniel says, has anyone ever guessed it the first time?
Yes.
Yes.
Has been done. And on a sound that I didn't think anyone would be able to guess. So I was like, what? What? I was so shocked when that happened.
Christina's.
Yeah, what you gonna do?
All right, 25 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for cash.
Looking for caller number 5 to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union secret sound.
Christine from Carl Junction.
You are caller number 5.
All right, Christine, it's your chance to win the cash.
If you can tell us, what is this sound?
Scratching a record?
She says scratching a record.
For $102.50. That is not it.
I knew that.
But we're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, making it $127.50.
And give you another chance to guess the win tomorrow morning at 7:20.
Woohoo!
All right. So who all is coming on Saturday? I'll ask again when we get closer, but I always like to call Breakdown and give them a heads up. We've got a large group coming. I know we've got Randy,
Huh?
Gina coming. And then me and Kyle, Beans and Boy. There's 6. Phone ringing.
Hi there, Morning KIX. The tickets? You got to text the word tickets to 623-1025, and that gets you signed up. Yep, already did them. Thanks
Have a
for
good one.
calling. Birthday requests.
Okay,
I
so
don't
there's
even know what those are.
6, 7 with Melissa. Bye, Daniel.
Get you hash marks.
Christy and Chad. That's what I would be doing.
Facebook has taken away your ability on your timeline to be able to choose visibility for your photos. And used to, you
Weird.
could make it visible only to certain people or groups.
Megan.
Now that's no longer a thing. They show it as public, but you can't change it.
I know Gary's planning on being there. Nikki's bringing Chase. Oh, awesome. Riley and his wife are coming. Possibly Kelsey. How many kids, Riley? Is Addie coming, Christy? One of these days, Jimmy, we'll get you here. Dorinda. And you said Paul's not coming, right?
Bow, 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 bow.
Okay. And Riley, how many kiddos are you bringing? Two kiddos.
So this is crazy. The nation of Iran
Thank you,
has
guys.
banned walking dogs
Anywhere? Everywhere?
anywhere in public. Yeah, you're not allowed to walk dogs in public at all.
Why?
It's illegal, or they'll shoot you. I'm assuming. I don't
Oh.
know what they'll do, but the rulers, their conservative religious rulers, claim that dogs are unclean and that walking a dog is a threat to peace and comfort.
Oh, okay.
Unless they're in a barca. No, I don't. Seriously, they have seriously banned walking dogs. Look it up. It's a thing.
But you can still own a dog.
Yeah, just you've got to carry them, I guess. Is that not a walk, or was that a walking? That would still qualify as walking, wouldn't it?
But you're walking. The dog's not walking. I don't know.
I think, according to the rules, that they are unclean, and a threat to peace and comfort would mean any dogs in public at all.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous.
We're at 23 for Saturday.
So the also, have you followed the Justin Baldini Blake Lively lawsuit at all?
No. I mean, very
I watched-
like on the fringe.
I watched the documentary on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there was nothing good on TV.
Okay,
you know.
so break it down. What is the issue?
So apparently, Justin Baldini produced the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
the movie, It Ends With Us, is that right?
Yeah, It Ends With Us,
Okay.
which was highly anticipated and everything. Wasn't that great? Well, they brought Blake Lively and her husband,
Ryan Reynolds.
on to be co-producers and have her co-star in it. And according to his defense team, she immediately began to take over and restructure and rewrite things and change the story, which the novel in and of itself was very famous, very popular, and had garnered a lot of attention from Hollywood because it was like, who's going to get the chance to do this movie? And when Baldini got it, apparently it cost a lot of money for them to get the rights to it and everything, and they had been committed to staying really true to the original story, which Blake did not like the way the original story went and wanted to change some elements in it. And then, so there was first that, which he finally agreed to. And then she began recording all of their phone conversations just for, call it accountability or plausible deniability or whatever. She had begun recording all of their phone conversations and the messages that he left her. So it's almost like she had an agenda from the get-go or expected something. Then she made the accusation that in certain scenes, KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country.
It's Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
There's Walker Hayes.
On KIX 102.5.
So then in a couple of scenes, she said that he was way more toward and forward with her than what the scene called for. Then they have these scene coaches that are on hand for any kind of physical interaction between a man and a woman. Anytime there's going to be anything sexual, anything romantic, they have these special, Hollywood requires that they have these people on hand who kind of negotiate what they're going to do, talk through it, work through it with them to make sure that nobody's doing something that the other person's not expecting or not understanding.
Right.
Anyway, they're called, I forget what kind of coaches they're called. Physical display coaches. I don't know what you call it. What do they call that? Public display. PDA coaches, I think. So anyway, one of the scenes, and they had the mics on, but they weren't. I mean, they're not on when you watch the movie. Of course, it shows them out there dancing and kissing, and when you watch it under the context of Blake's claims, it's like totally justified. He's like forcing her to kiss him. He's saying inappropriate things to her, flirty with her, and none of that stuff is in the scene. It's just conversation between the two of them. He didn't know their mics were recording all this. So she had gotten that and made claims about it. And so she immediately began suing him before post-production even happened. She had changed all the way that the movie ended and everything. And so the ending, if you've read the story and if you've seen the movie, they're very different. And there was another sex scene that they had, and I think that's when it all started, when they did the initial sex scene. And there's no nudity or anything like that in any of this, but there is some very intense scenes. Not as intense as they were in the book, I guess, but he says she's just being a shrew and is just being, came in and took over. And when he tried to resist those changes,
Hold on, we gotta go.
that's when she began getting this way. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see sunshine today with highs in the mid-80s. It is 57 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast and 4 states news in about 25 minutes.
Plus, in the next hour, we want to hear about the time that you borrowed something and you forgot to return it.
And now it's just awkward if you were to try to give it back now, so you might as well call it yours, right?
623-1025 to call or text.
Plus, we're getting you signed up to win tickets to go see Luke Bryan and the Country Came On tour at the Walmart Amp on Thursday, June 19th.
And all you got to do to get entered to win is text the word tickets to 417-623-1025, and we'll find out the winner at 7:50.
If you won these and gave them to your father for Father's Day, wait a minute. That's after the fact, isn't it?
The concerts afterwards, but I think
Okay.
concert tickets are still a great idea for Father's Day.
It's par. Okay, it's
Okay.
par.
What do you think instead?
What he really want? A new truck, maybe?
Okay, that's a very high bar.
A new house of his own.
A new house?
Well, he did bring you into this world.
That doesn't mean he should get a whole new house. That's crazy.
Okay. Then a new room of the house. Maybe you move out if you still live there and give him that room, and he could just have that.
Okay, so you give him your old bedroom. Got it.
Or a better idea. Here, how about this? A boat with a motor
boat.
and everything in a trailer. That would be really cool, too.
Because don't forget, Father's Day it's on Sunday.
Yes.
You're running out of time to go and get Dad something really nice.
So go get him signed up for the Father's Day sweepstakes right now at KIX1025.com because it is beginning to look a lot like Father's Day. Why don't we have Father's Day carols? Look a lot like Father's Day. The hardware store is packed. What you want to get your paw? Maybe a circular saw, a weed whacker, a new letter, a shop vac. It's beginning to look a lot like Father's Day.
Father's Day!
What do you have planned? And it better be good. Cause the thing I want the most is to just be left alone. Yeah, that's your old man.
It's Morning Kicks with Randy and Jen on the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Hey, just so you know, the word tuckets will not get you entered to win, unfortunately.
Nice try. So anyway, back to this whole Blake Lively, Justin Baldini thing. They started suing. First, she sued him.
Right.
Over inappropriate behavior or something like that. Sued for I forget how many $1 million.
Is that when she was like, I'll stick the wolf on you, Taylor Swift or something?
Yeah.
And Taylor was like, whoa, 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 I'm not in any of this.
Yeah. Said, I will ruin you. Well, she had communication between him, and it looked like he real quick was like, whoa, lady, and he was trying to behave appropriately. May have been after the fact. I don't know. It's really hard to tell who's at fault here.
Yeah.
And then he countersued her for $400 million, saying that she ruined the movie, ruined the production of it, ruined the script and everything else, and that's why it did so poorly, and that she financially ruined him because of it. And it was really weird. I saw the red carpet interviews they showed in this documentary, and none of them would talk with each other. They arrived separately, and she was making snide comments about the movie and everything at the red carpet. So yesterday, a judge threw out his lawsuit and threw out her $250 million lawsuit against the New York Times. She had filed another lawsuit against the Times because of their coverage of the lawsuits.
Wow.
I don't know what the status of of her lawsuit against him is, because that was the initial lawsuit. So
Megan says she thinks it was all for publicity.
Do ya? Because it was not positive publicity.
Well, she says, why drop it if it really happened? Did she just drop hers? Is that what you're saying, Megan? Melissa said some articles are saying that she wanted to fool around with him, but had to sue to make it look like it was all him.
I don't see that.
Bad publicity.
If you watch the documentary, they show a lot of this footage of the two of them interacting behind the scenes and stuff on the set of the movie, and they also show their mic'd conversations. I don't see that at all. I see her as, and he came off from the get-go of this thing as a entitled douchebag. He really, really did. And he looked like he thought he was God's gift to women. She was going to automatically be enamored with him and think, oh, how wonderful, to get to be working with him and get to be daily with him and blah, blah, blah. That's the impression I got from him, which then when he saw that she wasn't being that way, he really quickly shifted his behavior to be I would never, ever, anything. But the behavior when he didn't realize that he was being watched was totally different at first.
Bye, Riley. Have a great day. All right, we got to call our winner.
Why?
That's what we do here.
We call winners here?
Yeah.
All the time?
All the time. Megan says they got caught fooling around. This was for cover up. We will never know what really transpired.
I did never see anywhere that they got caught fooling around, Megan. Where are you getting that from? And none of the documentaries or anything that I've ever read has ever made any claim about that. Neither one of them made that claim. Okay, here we go. Hey, Heather, what's going on? You got big plans for next Thursday night? That's a weird thing for someone just to call up and ask when you don't even know who they are, isn't it? It's Jen Fox. That's right. You do know.
Good job. Yeah, I'm Randy Brooks.
Whatever. Heather, we're calling because you've just won Luke Bryan tickets.
Woo! Heather, yeah.
You are going to be going to see him at the Walmart, Arkansas Music Pavilion a week from this Thursday. Is it your birthday?
When's your birthday?
Wait, we got to sing happy birthday to her.
Okay, let's do it. Yes.
Okay, well then never mind.
I want to sing happy birthday anyway.
It's
Randy,
not
come on.
her birthday. We do not sing happy birthday to people unless it really is their birthday.
Yeah, okay. Speaking from you, okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Okay, that's enough
Happy birthday,
of that.
happy birthday,
Heather,
Heather.
just tell us who's the Four States Concert Connection. Heather Hill.
Yay, Heather.
Distant relative of Hank Hill. I said distant relative of Hank Hill. Maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Fine propane product.
All right. Your email is hjcochran36. Is that right? Okay. And I think we've got everything else we need. So these are going to be emailed to you maybe by Friday. That's kind of what we're hoping for. From national@zrimarketing.com, though the subject line may be something instead of from like the Walmart amp. And double check your spam folder because a lot of the times they send these all out at once, and so Gmail will flag them as spam since we're sending out multiple emails. But if you don't have them by like noon on Friday, you can call our clearance office at 624-1025, and they'll be able to help you out and make sure that you get your tickets. Okay. All right. Well, enjoy the show, Heather. Yeah, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Ma'am. Did Megan ever say where she heard or what evidence she had that they had an affair together?
She did not. Okay, so Megan, I saw that too, but I've also heard that was debunked, and they were actually at table 1.
Table 1 what?
Sorry. So Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, they were at a wedding for Travis's cousin, I think. And there was one picture floating around that said that they were at like table 1. And then there was another picture floating around of like an envelope, and it said Taylor and Travis Kelce. That's a very forward question to just ask.
It's you going,
If they were married, wouldn't it be Travis and Taylor Kelce? Yes, I saw that, Sarah. Where Peggy and Hank had been in like Saudi Arabia.
KIX 102.5, the Four States #1 for country. Going to find out who wins the Luke Bryan tickets after Carly Pierce.
On KIX 102.5. Hey, good morning, Nikki. You still going to be there on Saturday bringing Chase? And he's a chef. Coming from you is really what that was. Okay, so Nikki's coming and she's bringing Chase. Some of you already met Chase on Friday. You're bringing Catch. Melissa, okay. Megan said she was going off of Melissa's comment of her wanting to fool around and got caught up with it and tried to make it out like it was his fault.
Oh, yeah. Based on what I saw in the documentaries and everything that and to be honest, don't go down this rabbit hole. This is an hour and a half of my life that I'll never get back of Hollywood entitlement. I was really disappointed, based on everything that I've seen in the behavior of Ryan Reynolds. I expected a little bit better behavior out of them than I had seen from this. And I don't know if it's because this is more like Blake is and he is guilty by proxy, but the two of them's behavior was incorrigible, as well as the Baldini guy. I mean, both of them, I was just like, heck with these guys. They're more this Hollywood. It's just disgusting. And especially the way, well, then I'll sue you. Then I'll sue you.
Right.
And then I'll sue you. And
Wait, is his birthday on Saturday, Nikki?
I wouldn't want to work with either one of them ever. You know, and if I was anyone in Hollywood, I'd be like, nope, no thanks. I'm not having anything to do with any of that. I know how they are. Well, Nikki, taking him out's fine. Just don't leave him out because at night it gets cold.
14 seconds. I was cold this morning.
It was.
Hence the sweater. I was freezing. Get those looks out of here. Put them away.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 749.
Sunshine with a high near 85 today. It's 57 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast and 4 states news in just 11 minutes.
Plus, in the next hour, we want to hear about the time that you borrowed something and forgot to return it.
So now I guess it's yours.
It would just be too awkward
I
to
have
try
so
and return
many
it now.
friends like this. So many friends that borrow. I am generous to a fault. I'm like, here, use my office, use my computer. Here, want some money? I'll give you this. You can have my guitars. Yes, use them. And then I always have to go trying to track this stuff down and be like, can I have that back?
Wait, you're giving away free money?
Well, yeah, every morning with the secret sound. You think that's
okay.
my money that we're giving away.
I got it. I was a little confused. I was like, I would take some money. That'd be nice.
And I never get it back. Nobody ever offers to give it. Jimmy, have we heard from Jimmy yesterday? No.
You're never seeing that money again.
No, never again. So we want to know, what is the thing that you borrowed and forgot to return?
623-1025 to call or text.
But we've been getting you signed up to win tickets to go see Luke Bryan in concert on June 19th at the Walmart Arkansas Music Pavilion.
And our system has just picked a winner, so let's go ahead and give him a call. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Where are you going?
I'm going to go call him.
No. Come back. Randy.
What?
Randy, you got to call him on the phone.
I was going to call him on the phone, the one out there in the lobby.
No. You call him from the one here in the studio. So
Why can't I use the one in the lobby?
Because we can't hear it then. That defeats the point.
Ew, eavesdropping. I see how it is.
We want to celebrate with
I wanted
them.
a private conversation with the winner. Is that
Do
so
you now?
wrong?
Okay.
All right, this phone. I'll use
There you
this
go. Thank
phone.
you.
Fine.
That's the right one.
That's the left one.
We are not starting this right and left thing because it turns into the left side of the bed. Wrong side of the bed.
I don't know why your mind always goes to the bedroom, Jim, but that is not
No,
what this
because
is
you always
about.
bring up
It's
this
not what this is
silliness.
about.
of
The
get up on
person's going
left
to
side of
answer.
the bed.
Hello?
Hey, Heather, what's going on?
Not a lot. How are you?
You got big plans for next Thursday night? That's a weird thing for someone just to call up and ask when you don't even know who they are, isn't it?
I know who this is.
It's Jen Fox.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I'm Randy Brooks.
Woohoo!
Heather, we're calling because you've just won Luke Bryan tickets.
Are you serious?
Heather, yeah.
You are going to be going to see him at the Walmart, Arkansas Music Pavilion a week from this Thursday.
Sweet. Happy birthday to me.
Is it your birthday?
When's your birthday?
Wait, we got to sing happy birthday to her.
Okay, let's do
Well,
it.
my
Yes.
birthday's technically not till Saturday.
Okay, well then never mind.
I
That's
want to sing
right.
happy birthday
No,
But you
anyway.
can go
Bring
ahead
it
and
on.
sing anyway.
Do not sing happy birthday to people unless it really is their birthday. That's
Speaking from you, okay.
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Okay, that's enough
Happy birthday,
of that.
happy birthday,
Heather, just tell us who's the Four States Concert Connection.
KIX 102.5.
The Strawberry Moon's tonight. Yes, that is tonight, but it is
What?
not going to be Strawberry E at all.
What a jip. This is a jip. I want to talk to management. I'm going to file a lawsuit with Blake Lively over this. Because
Is she the management of the moon?
I don't
Because it doesn't look like a strawberry, and it's
doesn't
not pink.
smell like a strawberry. It's not strawberry colored. None of that. Wrong button. I guess I've just got to sit here and stare at it until I play it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there's nothing strawberry-y about this moon at all. The only thing about it is it's closer, I guess, than it will be all year
Yeah,
long.
it's like the closest full moon in like 20 years, and so
So
it's going to be extra golden.
You're gonna have to duck your head to walk under it.
You don't want to bonk your head. Yeah.
Bonk.
Okay.
Oh, stupid
La
moon.
Busol. Fabulous. Yeah, there's no rain in the forecast, but they keep adding more rain.
Yeah, it's going to rain starting Thursday right now, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's just stupid. Why? No sunny weekends for us at all. Now, it is supposed to get up near 90 by Monday. We still have not broke the 90-degree mark, Have we?
I don't think so. But you're not getting, your pool's not open though. So even if it gets 90, you can't enjoy it.
Kind of is.
Bye, Nikki. We all just need to go to Sarah's pool.
Yes.
Sarah's pool is open. It looks great.
I bet if we all pee in it, we can get it the same color mine is right
That's
now.
Not. Your pool is like the
Disgusting.
color of the hat behind you.
Yeah, it really is right now.
They can't see that, but it's the leprechaun green hat. That's what it looks like.
So I got the part in that I've had to wait a week for the filter yesterday. Went and got that. Well, my wife, she had an appointment yesterday evening, so she couldn't be home till about 7 o'clock. So we didn't really get started taking the cover off till 7 o'clock. I got the filter clamp on, got all that fixed. It's all working, got it tested, and we started looking at the cover going, what are we going to do here? And I didn't know a good solution. I mean, we had really two options. Three options. We could fold it over like we normally do. But the problem is it had sunk down so low below the pool water.
Sarah says, come on over, except Randy.
So I had folded, we could fold it over. We could just take scissors and cut it to pieces and drag it out of there, or just drag it out. But in doing so, all the leaves and detritus and everything that was on top would slide off into the pool, would be more cleaning, would take more chemical, would cost more.
But you like vacuuming your pool.
Yeah, but not that much. And the cheaper option was to try to fold it over and drag it off. So we decided to do that. Unfortunately, that was about the weight of an automobile. That we were dragging across because of all the water on top. So we got as much of the water off the top that we could once we got it pulled over to the pool. It's just me and Gina doing this. So, and then I have this little submersible fountain pump that we tossed down into what we had. We had it pulled over to one area. We threw the pump in there and it began sucking out that water out of that. So it was kind of like a bubble of the pool cover. And 3 hours later, it's 9:30 and still can't pull it over the edge of the pool because of the weight. So we just left it running. And this morning I went outside and it had pulled enough of that water out that I was able by myself to pull it off. But I don't have time. So I had a rehearsal tonight and I made the option. I was like, you know what? I need to take care of some stuff at home. I just had to cancel. So I'm tired. I've been trying to get the pool open for 3 weeks, 2
Yeah.
weeks.
I think 3, isn't it?
I started first draining off the top of the cover a week and a half ago. It'll be 2 weeks ago Saturday. Yeah, 2 weeks ago Saturday. And still can't get it open. I saw fireflies last night. I still don't have my pool open. Of course, it's barely warm enough to get into it.
Yeah.
But I mean, during the afternoons, it's you could enjoy it. But normally we have 90-degree temperatures by this time, and we
Right.
have not. Past couple of years have been like this, where it just does not get warm really.
Megan, this sounds delicious. Strawberries dipped in marshmallow fluff, roasted over fire till golden brown, rolled in a melted Hershey bar. Yum. That's a good way to celebrate the
We
strawberry
have a
moon.
rule: you don't talk about food unless you're bringing it.
Oh
Tip
my
to
god!
Andy, Sarah.
You know what I realized? A peanut butter burger is a goober burger. Did you know this? And it was
You're a goober
invented in
burger.
Missouri.
You're a goober.
That's a whole. I never knew that. So back when I lived in Manhattan, there was a restaurant that was owned by the same guy. It was 2 restaurants. It was a taco place and then like a burger place. And one of their like menu highlights was a peanut butter burger. And they had peanut butter on there and pickles, and it was so good. And then in the taco place, they had a peanut butter taco that was also really, really, really good. I was talking with a friend yesterday, and she goes, that's a goober burger. And it was
This
invented
person-
right there in Missouri. And
And
I was
then-
like, I had no idea.
When they left, then after leaving Jen, they're like, she believes.
I Googled it, and it was true. And so I was immediately like, where do you get a goober burger? If it's a Missouri thing, where do you get a goober burger around here? I know Briar and Thistle down in Neosho have a PB&J burger.
Yuck.
Oh my gosh, look, Food Network has a goober burgers recipe. It's a thing. All that to say, I wish I knew where to get a good goober burger here. I have not seen any fireflies yet.
Yeah, I saw them last night. Could not believe it. Which is really early, by the way. They're usually not around till right before 4th of July.
I'm just watching the same video.
Oh. New jeans today.
Oh, good. Ones that they didn't have in store.
Right. So they asked me for a review yesterday, and
What'd you
I
say?
gave them one. Idiots.
Megan made a bacon wrapped cream cheese stuffed meatloaf last night. That sounds amazing with tater salad on the side. Megan, please invite me over for dinner before I invite myself. That sounds so good. We don't have anything planned for Friday, do we? I mean, Thursday.
We're coming to work.
That's it.
What do you mean?
I keep thinking that I'm forgetting something from Thursday. And it's
You are.
really bothering me.
We're talking about Father's Day gift. What to get Dad? You know what he really wants, and that's an important thing to talk about on Thursday. You think the promos are done yet? No.
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't know.
Gurgle.
Twenty seconds. We'll see sunshine today with a high near 85, partly cloudy skies tonight with a low in the mid 60s, sunshine in mid 80s for Wednesday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms on Thursday with highs right around 80.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar is not showing anything over the 4 states.
64 in Clarkson, 61 in Pittsburgh, 65 in Joplin. To sign up for severe weather alerts, download the Zimmer Storm Center app.
So we're talking about that thing that you borrowed and forgot to return. So I guess now it's yours.
I mean, at this point, it would just be way too awkward to try and return it.
So what is it for you? What was that thing? 623-1025 to text or tell us.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
Here's Zach Brown Band.
And the 4 states, number 1 for country.
You're knee deep in it, all right.
It's KIX 102.5.
Megan was talking about they finally got the fields cut yesterday. Yeah, they've been waiting because of all the rain. They've been unable to cut the hay or mow the hay. There's that, plus there's their early planting that's not been able to do. So these guys that are trying to cultivate and everything, it's been too muddy. I mean, literally, your tractors get stuck in it. So for farmers, the amount of moisture that we've gotten is ridiculous, and it's ruining the year for them already.
Megan says there's been a lot of stuck tractors already with more to come.
Yep. Did you get to watch? No, of course not. I know the answer to this. Clarkson's Farm yet?
Nope. Not yet.
It does not go well. This one was one of the most.
Uh-oh. Not as good?
Yeah. Well, it was good, but it was not the, usually they have conflict, big resolution, peaceful ending.
Yeah.
And this one, they were kind of like, at the end,
Okay.
it was not good at all. I mean, for them,
That's kind of sad. I like that show.
so his year it was a huge loss for the farm. The new pub that they opened failed on the first couple of days, and they left it. When they left, there was a ton of issues that had not been resolved yet. So it's like they just ran out of time. They started way too early. He tried to take on too much and set too soon of a deadline for himself.
If you go to Diddley Squat Farm Shop, though,
Which has moved.
they have got so much stuff.
Yeah, I bet there's so much of a price on it. They were talking about that too, saying, "Well, hey, you can buy all this stuff with artificial junk in it, or you can buy this and pay a little bit extra for it."
The Great Lambo Sock. They have a hat, socks. What is this?
It should show the pub there because I did see an AV buddy of mine he's been in vacation in England and he went there and had lunch.
Oh,
at
cool.
it, said it was super nice, but they had a little bit of trouble getting their order.
All right, so they have a book. They have, I don't even know what that is. Top Trumps. What is that?
Don't know what did it say?
Diddley Squat Farm Top Trumps special.
Up Trump? I don't know.
I can't even tell from the picture what this is. They have Cotswolds Monopoly. They have goat shirts. They have the woolly sheep sweater that what's his name? Bumbling guy.
Gerald?
Gerald. That Gerald wears. You can buy that
Okay.
sweater. They have a mug
Oh,
that says I'm a beeper with sheep. So I'm not going to say what the word is.
so
I'm a farmer with sheep. It is restricted out, so it looked like a different word.
so the deal was, they looked for like 6 different properties trying to find, and all of them had stuff wrong with them. A lot of them had stuff that was so wrong with it that it was beyond hope. The first one they looked at was like 250 years old. The building was. They
Jeez.
wanted something historical like that. And then the city started working against them,
Of course.
and it just became a huge problem. And so they went looking other places. The one they finally found was perfect. Council was working with him. Oh, and it was the Cotswold Council, the one that's given him so much trouble. And they were willing to bend over backward to have him move his whole thing away from the farm to this place and everything.
So then what happened?
Well, and it was a really nice building. It already looked pretty nice. Well, they got to digging into it, and they realized that there was so businesses that of a certain size have to provide a park area for the public.
Okay.
And there was one there set up that they have to provide bathrooms and running water. They have to provide all this stuff, and it was already there. But it was known as they called it a doggery site, which is it's a derogative term in England
A doggery site?
for homosexual sex.
Oh.
So it's a hookup place
Oh.
where they would go, and they had stuff graffiti written on the trees and on the bathrooms and everything there. So he was trying to get the council to approve him doing away with that part because he didn't want. It had quite a bit of a legend. They went looking back through media and stuff and found that this was a very ill-reputable place, both the pub and
Hold on,
the
3
area.
seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 811.
Sunshine in mid-80s today. It's 65 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in about 15 minutes, tell you about the more rain that's headed our way.
But we're talking about the thing that you borrowed and forgot to return.
So now it's yours, right?
I mean, yeah, and if you tried to return it, it would just be awkward and
Prob-
weird.
Probably borrowed it from your dad is what you did, which is why you need to get him something extra special this Father's Day for Sunday, which is the most important holiday.
623-1025 to call and text to tell us the thing you borrowed and forgot to return.
Or you can tell us on Facebook.
Here's Jordan Davis.
On KIX 102.5. So
I
they
was like, okay.
so the council agreed to allow them to do away with that park status, and it doesn't have to be a park. And then they checked the water in the well. It's literally poisonous, the well.
Oh, no.
So they had to pipe water in from the city, from the town, and there was no piping ran. So they ran piping down there. Well, and they didn't do any testing on anything. The day of, they discovered they didn't have enough water pressure. Literally, it ran out. Their bathrooms were not working. None of their refrigerants could work. The electricians got done 1 hour before they opened up to the public. And so it began having electrical faults and fails and stuff. Just
Sounds pretty awful.
bad preparation for this. And they were trying to meet. So they have a August holiday that's similar to our Labor Day that they call the bank holiday weekend.
Okay.
It's a lot like Labor Day for us. Everybody gets a weekend off. And I think there's some sort of payout that most of the public gets. So they have extra money. So they knew there'd be a lot of money to spend and that they'd have a lot of people coming in. They did not need a lot of people coming in. They had close to 3,000 in the first 3 hours.
Oh, my gosh.
Nowhere to accommodate all these people.
Yeah.
There's lines going down the road of people just standing. So they would not have had to market and done all that advertising that they did and everything, and could have, and in fact, they could have still done a successful weekend if they'd have waited another month.
Yeah.
You know, it would have been a much better situation. My friend who went there said, well, that's all been fixed now. It's a really, really nice place, and good food and everything. They have something called Bubble and Squeak,
What's that?
which is a very, very famous British meal food. And it's been served for hundreds and hundreds of years in Britain. And anyone from Great Britain would know Bubble and Squeak. Bubble and Squeak sounds like, a boiled rat, maybe. But it's not. It's cabbage and something else. It's the noise that it makes while it's being cooked.
Oh, it squeaks?
So Bubble and Squeak. What else is it? What is Bubble?
Mouse?
It's not. I don't think it has. Bubble and Squeak is a dish made from cooked potatoes and cabbage. Ugh, sounds gross. And I think
like
they
cabbage.
traditionally put an egg on top of it.
I think it sounds kind of
It's
good.
a popular way for them to use up leftovers, often from a Sunday roast dinner. So it's made from leftovers. It's fried. So it has a real crispy exterior and a fluffy interior, but it squeaks while it's being cooked.
I've never had fried cabbage. They fry the cabbage? Or just wilts, I guess?
Yeah. And it's already been cooked. So it's already baked or boiled cabbage that they fried.
I like to cook cabbage. And I love potatoes.
Bubble and Squeak. So his goal was, to have this restaurant that utilized only food that was produced by farmers in the countryside.
Right.
So they'd have like this co-op that farmers would bring them vegetables and stuff. Well, his chef said, eventually can't do that. That's not sustainable because this farmer may not be producing X, whatever X is or Y that I need for this week. So what am I supposed to do that week? He said that's the thing about the food wholesalers is that they pick up the slack where a farmer may not be producing during that time. If they don't have that, well, then they just go to Farmer L over here and get it. So they always have it for you, and you pay a little extra for that. So they're trying to do, my understanding was they're trying to do select things from area farmers, and then the rest of it they have to pick up the slack with from wholesalers. But at first it was going to be, you could not get a Coke or a Pepsi there because it was not produced in England. It was not locally grown.
Right.
In fact, they could not even get black pepper for their
Even
recipes.
seasonings.
Yeah, because those are produced, those primarily come from South America. So they
What?
did find a private farmer who grew black pepper in England, and it was 4 times the regular price, and they were paying it and
Oh my
charging the price. So you see how this great idea on paper,
Sure.
not sustainable.
Right.
So there was all sorts of problems like that.
Okay, but listen, you can buy smoked chili mayo from their website.
You go right ahead and do that. I'm not a mayo fan at all. What's her name? His wife, she's also making perfumes that supposedly stink to high heaven. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen
Here's Shabuzi.
on KIX 102.5.
They have an ambidextrous perfume called Silage.
She calls it, yeah. And again, they got into a huge argument about the ambidextrous thing.
And it doesn't say anything about what it smells like. It just says ambidextrous and fragrant.
Okay, silage, by the way, if anybody doesn't know what silage is a food source that farmers use for their cattle, and it's usually stored in the ground or in a barn, and it primarily ferments. It rots and ferments, and it stinks so bad. It smells like death coming to find you on Halloween night. It stinks so awful. Our neighbor had a silage pit in his ground that was big enough you could have driven 4 tractors into it. Great big. 20-foot high sides. They literally just carved out a hillside.
Yeah.
Lined it with plastic, and that's where they dump all this silage. And you could smell it from 4 miles away.
Gross.
And it stunk like bodies decomposing,
And so she turned that into a perfume?
I guess. Well, let's talk about the whole ambidextrous thing for a second. Jeremy points out to her that ambidextrous does not mean unisex. Ambidextrous, the perfume industry has used that term to mean for anyone. But that's not what ambidextrous means. It's not the definition. If you look up ambidextrous, it means either left or right or able with both.
Mm-hmm. It's a left and right hand thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about being able to write with your left or right hand.
So she had the.
Well, no, that's what the perfume industry uses. It's just stupid. They have adopted that.
Okay.
Unisex apparently is, can't you know?
Ambidextrous.
Yeah, Megan knows. Silage stinks. Imagine your worst rotting smell.
Gross.
And it's so sour and strong. It's awful.
I don't understand why you would name a
Why
perfume
would
that.
you name a perfume silage? I imagine Jeremy probably had something.
He also has a candle that says this smells like my bollocks. So.
Yeah. His what?
His bollocks.
Not bullocks. It's. Yeah.
Yep.
They've decided to keep Richard Hammond, was his co-star on the Grand Tour. He's the little guy with the beard and mustache and everything. So they named a pig after him because he was a runt. And they decided to keep him, and they didn't send him to the butchers.
Hold on, 4 seconds. Here we go.
That's what we said, Megan. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine and 85. It is 65 in Joplin.
We'll give you a look at the weather forecast in about 6 minutes.
But we are talking about the thing that you borrowed and never returned.
What's the thing you borrowed and never returned?
Well, when I was 8 years old, and I'm 58 now, I had checked out a album from a library in Marietta, Oklahoma,
Oh,
and
no.
I was actually going through some stuff the other day, and I found it.
Oh, my gosh, the library police are coming after you.
The what? The library police?
Yes, the library police, one of the most insidious branches of law enforcement within the United States. Oh, you're getting arrested. They are coming after you.
Tell me about it.
You're going to prison.
Bet you I will.
I bet you will. Yeah, I used to work for the library police.
No,
upon
you
a time. I
didn't.
did
That was
too. I was
never
a
a
major
thing.
crimes
You're making
investigator
that
with the
up.
library. No, it isn't.
What is the thing that you borrowed and never returned?
If I asked to borrow a pen
and I really like the way it writes. I'm going to jack it.
Yep, she's going to take it.
She's going to keep it.
She's fully aware of it, and she is going to make it hers.
And I'm going to love it. It's going to be my precious.
My precious.
My precious Gollum.
Oh.
I thought that was a ring that they...
You're way too good at that. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's creepy. Ew, stop. What is the thing that you borrowed and never returned?
Well, my husband and I have a really bad habit of borrowing DVDs and forgetting to give them back.
Yeah, and those are kind of collector's items now.
What movies do you have that you've forgotten to return?
Yeah, my random movies from the Bridesmaids, the horrible Bridesmaids to kids movies to you name it, whatever movie we haven't seen.
Sounds like you've put together quite a collection of your friends' DVDs.
Well, yeah, quite a few.
And to return those, that'd get really awkward. Like, let's be honest. Like, hey.
After 11 years.
She's my best friend, so no big deal.
I've got one at home I found the other day in a drawer somewhere. And it was it's always a stupid movie. It says, weekend video rental, and from the weekend video rental store. And it was for The Exorcist 3.
How old is that movie?
I don't know, but it's not a good movie. It's not a great one.
But you just hung on to it anyway?
I guess I maybe misplaced it and then didn't, and maybe they went out of business or something. I don't know.
What's the thing that you borrowed and never returned?
And now it would just be awkward to do so.
You can call or text and tell us at 623-1025.
Or tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. Huh?
KIX.
Did I?
Funny, yeah. Bryson says when he was a kid, he can remember his dad's friend grabbing a handful of silage and chewing on it.
She can write with her feet. Oh, gross, Bryson. That I understand it can make you hallucinate.
What?
Yeah, there's especially depending on what alfalfa silage. I don't think does this.
Hey, Thomas.
But there is silage made from certain, not soybean. It's not wheat silage. Wheat silage will make you hallucinate. So what happens is this fungus forms on it. And it's not. I mean, it can get to where it's a big mold that you can see and everything. But even picking up a piece of it and chewing on it can cause hallucinations, can cause dizziness, spells, cause you to unconsciousness even, from this fungus that grows on silage, certain types of silage. Hey, Megan! It's Thomas, Megan! I don't know if you should be chewing on silage.
It sounds gross.
Number one, it's gross. It's really, really sick. We had the weirdest smells on the farm. I mean, from the silage down the road to Dad's, he did sour corn for the pigs. So they'd take
sour corn?
Whole corn, which you get bags of it from the feed store. And we think of corn as, corn kernels, soft, chewy, and everything. These were dried and hardened. And so it was just whole corn kernels, big ones, but they were very hard. You couldn't bite them with your teeth. So you'd pour that into a big 55-gallon drum barrel and keep water on it at all times. So you had to put water in it every day, and then every day you'd come get a big bucket full of that and pour out for the hogs, and it sat out there in the sun and soured.
Ugh.
So it fermented, and the hogs would get drunk. You would feed that to them, and then they'd go tipsy and fall over in the mud and just lay there with their legs out drunk. And then there was also the smell of the dead hogs, and the butchering and the abattoir smell, coming from the slaughterhouse, and the chicken poop and the cow poop and all that stuff landing on your saddle.
What are you talking about, Thomas?
Did you just have a dream, Thomas? Boy, he is on a roll today, isn't he?
He's chewing on the silage again.
Remember the house fire? And then someone land on your saddle? Ha! That's a core memory. He rode it right out to the car and threw it on the... Megan's had silage, too. Have you seen Jaws? Did we show you Jaws? I think we did, didn't we? Okay. This is the 50th anniversary this summer of that
remember. Did we watch it a year, 2 years ago? I don't
Gonna need a bigger boat.
know.
Oh,
Gonna razzle dazzle 'em. Just like that. So I think we're up to 23 for lunch on Saturday. I got Gary Crow on there, so hopefully he can still make it. Fire started in the attic right above my bedroom, had my saddle in the closet. Firefighter fell through the attic, landed on my saddle. He came right out the house with it. Was he trying to save it for you? What happened? Morning, Floyd. Once he landed on it, he was like, "All right, let's take it out." Gosh, Dorinda, that's a great question. I mentioned it to um, Randy the other day, but I don't know that we actually did. I haven't, but thank you for the reminder. Pam Cossey, hopefully Pam Cossey is going to come on Saturday. I'll ask Randy when he comes back from the bathroom. No, he hasn't. Pam Cossey's commenting on our posts and stuff on Facebook. I don't think she's on the live right now. Pam, Pam, Pam. I think she said she was going to try and make it, right, Dorinda? That would be 24. What about Carolyn? Wow, Megan. So the fire started in the attic above her bedroom. She had the saddle in her closet. The firefighter fell through, landed on the saddle, saved it for her. She said, "Me, my brother, and mom were back in the car watching them try to save the house. They kept it contained to the attic, only lost my room, had to remodel it afterwards." That was right before her freshman year of high school. Literally days before school started.
Weird thing to bring up, Thomas.
He says he remembers it well.
When did we do it last year?
We're doing it early.
I thought so. So if I look at line or two, it might be more like July or August.
July. Let me see if I can find dates for you.
There it is. Oh, and it's not showing me any of the scripts. So V Promotions has screwed up. Stupid program. URF not available is all it shows.
Great.
Love, 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 love this.
Find it in July. August. Yeah, Thomas and Megan's mom were great friends.
Next week's going to be interesting too with the honor flat rate. They're doing it very differently.
That's next week? I thought it was the week after. Yeah, Honor
you're
Flight's
right.
the 26th.
The week after. And MJ will be gone.
Yep.
And Brett's talking like he might be gone. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Wanting to know about the thing that you borrowed and never returned?
623-1025 to text or tell us yours
You can also tell us on Facebook.
on KIX 102.5. It's stupid. All right, so July and August, that's all it has. There's no way that that's all that I do. I wonder if it'll let me scroll back. Probably not.
Probably not.
Why would it?
All right, 45 seconds.
I think a lot of this is because of the way that, so like if it gets put in as a liner without a PRF, but unfortunately because of this whole KZYM way that they Such a screwed up program. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see sunshine today with a high near 85. It is 65 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in the next hour. Plus, the morning KIX takeover is getting ready to start in about 15 minutes.
So make sure to go on the KIX app or the KIX website and vote on the songs that you want us to play back for you.
But we're talking about the thing that you borrowed.
And then forgot to return.
623-1025. What's the thing that you borrowed and forgot to return?
A lawnmower.
A lawnmower?
Who'd you borrow it from?
My neighbor, and then he went to jail.
Well, it's not like you can return it to him while he's in jail.
Right?
No, he's still not out.
No, he's still not out.
Well, you're just keeping it for him.
Yeah, it's been about 12 years.
I think it's probably yours by now.
Doing life without parole. I mean, it's not like he's using it.
Yeah. I think you're going to get a lot more use out of it than he is.
What's the thing you borrowed and forgot to return?
One time I had to borrow my sister's plunger.
Mhm.
It was in a rough spot in life, and I ended up moving from Florida to Oklahoma, and I realized I never returned her plunger.
For shame. What happens when she has a toilet emergency and goes looking for a plunger and it's like, oh no, it's in Oklahoma!
You know, if someone needs to borrow my plunger, they can just keep it.
Yeah, it was kind of embarrassing to ask. It was just a rough spot and really hard to
Yeah, you talk about a
fill
rough
it one
spot.
myself, and I really needed one.
Left a rough spot. Taco Tuesday to like the nth power.
What is the thing that you borrowed and forgot to return?
Formal dress 3 years ago.
You borrowed a formal dress?
Who'd you borrow it from?
A fellow colleague.
Wait, you know a fellow that wears formal
Randy,
dresses?
no, that's
Yes,
not what she
yes.
meant.
Oh, you mean you know a collie that
No,
wears
she
formal
didn't mean that
Why are
either.
you wearing dogs' dresses? Collie,
A dog dress?
she said a fellow collie?
A male collie's dress.
Yes.
Okay, that's what that meant.
Weird calls that we're getting today.
What is the thing that you borrowed and forgot to return?
623-1025. Even if it is weird, you can text or tell us.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
I could have had the script written by now after all this time looking. So,
I think last I heard from Shiala, she had a group on Facebook Messenger. She was doing a fundraiser for Marissa getting into cheer. He deactivated his Facebook. Have you heard from Darren lately?
no, not in a long time. Was that Darren? I don't think that was Darren. I thought it was Moody. I may be wrong.
Megan's saying that Darren deactivated his Facebook.
Huh. What the heck?
Hopefully he's doing okay.
Jimmy, are you still on here? I wanted to let you know that your check is ready. I just got an email letting me know that your money is ready whenever you want to come pick it up. Is she still on here? I don't think she is.
Yeah, she is.
Is she?
Yep.
Is that what I thought that was silage.
Bryson says, a couple weeks ago, you all were talking about calf fries and the different festivals. I just saw that they have them at Cuckoo in Miami.
Do they? Do they really have them there?
What's Cuckoo?
Cuckoo is a famous, it's like a drive-up burger place.
Wayland's Cuckoo Burger?
Yeah, it's been around since the 40s.
Ooh, they have fried pickles. They have fried green tomatoes. They've got cuckoo fries. What's a cuckoo fry? This looks like a whole lot of Jen can't have.
Jen couldn't have fried turkey fries.
That to be baked. Oh wow, they were on the Food Channel. That's so cool. Here's the menu. Oh.
Why is this being so hard to find?
Are cuckoo fries calf fries? Because I'm not seeing calf fries on their menu. Oh, it's on their big marquee outside, Bryson says. Okay. Still nothing? Do you not run anything for Best of the Four States? 'Cause we've done promos and stuff in creative. Or spots, I should say.
Simple. It's time to nominate your favorite businesses for the best of the four states.
Mm-hmm.
Businesses and services.
I'll just tell you what the script says. The script says it's okay. So it's presented by Pinnacle Vet Clinic and Neosho. Vote for your favorite businesses in more than 100 categories at bestofthefourstates.com. You shop local, you eat local. You know who's doing it right. Over 100 now. Pinnacle. Oh my gosh, yes, the sweet potato fries. It sounds so good. I wonder what their specials are right now. Hold on. Let's go take a little looky look. What are your specials? Voting starts on 21st. Yes. Well, I'm not finding any current specials. They do have new tomatillo chicken enchiladas. Mango shrimp tacos. chicken sliders, mango margarita, oh my gosh,
Plus, we're running ads for it, right?
correct. I think I might have to get a burger on Saturday, y'all. That sounds so good. A breakfast burger. I love me a fried egg on my burger too. That's delicious. We're going after this song. A breakfast burger with sweet tater fries. Or the bacon guacamole burger. But I think bacon's just okay. I don't know. I'd rather have. Oh, they both come with bacon. Put a little tahini in that. Yeah, mango shrimp tacos sound amazing. It all just looks great. 14 seconds. I think I missed it, Jimmy. What was it?
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine in the mid-80s today. It is 65 in Joplin.
And we've got the Morning KIX takeover getting ready to start in just 5 minutes.
So make sure to go on the KIX app or the KIX website and vote on the songs that you want to hear this morning.
This is a very Father's Day type topic we're talking about today.
How do you figure?
Because you always borrow stuff of dad's and you never return it, right?
Okay. I mean, do your girls do that a lot to you? Do they borrow things and never give it back?
Yes, all the time. My stupid stepladder. I've had to go to my youngest daughter's house like 5 times in the last year. Can I have my ladder back now?
Can I have my ladder back,
My
please?
ladder. We're both height challenged. I get that. So, did you get the light switch turned on? Are you done with it? You know?
Oh, man.
So, what is the thing that you borrowed, not necessarily from your dad, but the thing you borrowed and forgot to return?
623-1025 to call or text.
Well, when I was in grade school, I went to the store with a friend of mine, and both of us borrowed a pair of shorts from the store.
Borrowed?
Yeah.
Borrowed a pair of shorts from the store, Karen.
Are you sure you borrowed them?
Yeah, we sure did.
Tried them on and wore them so long in the store shop, and you totally forgot you had them on, right?
Well, yeah.
And never returned them.
And now they're yours.
You little shoplifter.
Uh-huh.
What's the thing you borrowed and forgot to return?
His girlfriend.
Oh, you should have given that back.
Well, no, I ended up marrying her.
Well, okay.
It's yours now.
What's the thing that you borrowed and never returned?
I loved my carpentry class so much. There was so much knowledge in our carpentry book that we was assigned at the first of the year that at the end of the year, I thought, man, I'd like to keep that for further reference. So I didn't turn in my book.
Oh, no.
Joe!
This is my junior year in high school. When I went to graduate my senior year, in my folder where you're supposed to have your diploma was a note. You don't get your diploma until you pay for your book.
So did you pay for it to give it back, Joe?
So I had to fess up and go to the office and pay for this book. I still got it. I still use it. It was worth every penny.
Well, okay. At least he got some use out of it, I guess. How do you endorse that?
What is the thing that you borrowed and never returned?
623-1025 to text us your stories.
Or tell us on Facebook.
Morning KIX Takeover starting in just 3 minutes.
On the 4 states, number 1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Okay, a large and an extra large. Got it. We're getting real low on our shirt supply, so I think we should be good at that one. I'll set them up front for you.
Okay, there's best of the 4 states.
Yahoo! All right, so tomorrow we are talking about the thing that your boss made you do. Right? Boss made me blank is what it's called.
Yeah. The craziest thing your boss ever made you do that you ever had to do as part of your job requirements or
Like
whatever.
going and reading tabloids really loudly in the Food for Less.
That's not crazy at all. That makes total sense. I once had to crawl underneath a radio station in the crawl space, which was only this high. I mean, literally, places had to lay my arms down and shove myself with my toes forward.
That sounds terrible.
Carrying fiber optic cable so that we could have a network in the building. And the only thing I got from my boss from it, which I agreed to, was a DAP machine, an ADAP recorder player, which I still have somewhere up in the attic, I can't believe. And I mean, entirely useless now. But, and it was, I forget, it was 25, almost 30 yards. I mean, this building was great long, you know. It was like, kind of like our building, only all stretched out lengthwise. And I had, at one point, I got to a concrete wall that was part of the foundation, and I had to crawl along until I found an opening, crawl up and into that wall and over. The whole time I'm thinking, this is in the middle of summer, thinking snakes, there's going to be snakes. Yeah. I'm looking for snakes. Had to hold a flashlight in my mouth while I was doing this because I had the fiber optic cable in one hand, crawling with the other one in my feet, you know.
Army crawl wouldn't work?
No, there's no way you could get your knees up underneath you for an army crawl.
Wow.
So, I mean, I had to lay flat. Places had to have my head sideways and stuff. I'm not claustrophobic, luckily. And they had jokingly said, Randy's so small, why don't we see if, you know, why don't we have him do it? And he said, and I said, you know, you can't afford for me to do that. And he said, seriously, what would you want for that? And we just happened to be sitting there, and that ADAT was in there, and I knew it wasn't being used, and I wanted that thing. This is like a $10,000 ADAT recorder player.
Wow.
And I said, give me that ADAT, and I'll do it. I didn't think they would give it to me for number one, but they did. So,
surprise.
Yeah, that was useless.
Major, what are you doing?
Now
as
he
soon as
shows
we
up.
leave?
You missed the whole video fiasco. We had 60 people in the room at one time today, Woody.
Wow. We're doing that tomorrow. Also, Secret Sound at 7:20. More Luke Bryan tickets at 7:50. And I don't know.
She doesn't. She really does not know.
I think we ought to do something kind of different tomorrow.
Okay. Are we not going to tell?
No.
Okay. I was going to. I think I may have a jingle for this.
Oh, yeah?
May have. Santiago.
All right, so have a great day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. We have something really fun in the works. Bye.
Bye. Smell you later.